Okay, so in the last lesson we wrote some HTML. This is what we did, and we have a few sections to complete, which we'll do in this lesson. So if we go back into our HTML, we are going to create another field set and add a legend to it, and this will be for choose a username, okay, and password. So we're choosing username and a password. So once we've done that, we can come back into our browser, resets, and that's what we've produced. Okay. So we have username, password fields, and we have username is at the top and our fields is down below, and that's what we aim to achieve. So let's start with our p elements, and within our p element we put a label, and we'll give this label username, and on the right side of our label we'll have our input field. So type input, type, and the type would be email. Okay, so left side label, duplicate that. On the left side again, we'll put password instead, and we'll change the type to password over here. Alright, so if we go into the browser, we have a repeat password for verification. So if we come here, we could say repeat password for verification. Okay, and it's still a type password for this input, so we'll leave that as it is. Alright, so let's reset and see what we've done. If you notice, we have the labels on the left side, and what we want is for the labels to sit above the input fields. And to achieve that, just after our label, we'll put a BR for break, and we'll repeat the same break here, and lastly we'll put the same break here. And once that is done, if we reset, we'll notice that everything is sitting exactly as we want it to. So we have the hobbies section to deal with now. So we need to create another field set, and within that we'll put our legend, and that will be for hobbies. And then below our hobbies, we'll put our p element and give it a label, and we'll see over here on the right side we'll have bird watching. To make sure that everything is on the same line, we are actually going to do this slightly differently. So we'll put our input tag within the label. So we have input is on the left side, and then on the right side within the label we could write the name of our checkbox. So that would be bird watching. Alright, so slightly different in this case. So we've put our input within the label element, and if we go into the browser and we reset, we can see we have checkbox on the left and bird watching on the right. So we need to repeat that for the rest of our hobbies. So let's copy this and duplicate or triplicate or a few times. So now we'll change this to movies. We'll change this also to teaching, and we'll change this to coding. I think there's one more. I could say doing nothing, which is a very good hobby. Alright, so if you save this and you come back and we reset, and we can see we have all the hobbies there, and our checkboxes is there, so we can select multiple options. Alright, so if we come down here, we have our submit button to deal with. So if we go into our form, within the form element, so go put a space just after the last field set, we could put a footer element for this, and within the footer element we'll say input type, and that would be submit, and we'll give this a value of submit. And that's pretty much everything that we needed to do. So if we reset and and we'll see down below somewhere we have our button there, which it doesn't look great so far, but we'll be styling this in the next lesson. So this is where we could stop. We've created quite a few things here. We've done learned a few new things, and we'll stop here for this lesson. We've written 57 lines of code, which is very impressive, so congratulations, and I'll see you in the next lesson.